But what if it sucks?
It'll get better.
Welcome to the news desk. I am Natasha Nguyen for Bitcoin Video Magazine, bringing you current events in the world of Bitcoin. Des is out tonight at the PubKey in DC. Breaking news. I'm a bit jealous, but happy to be here with you. Just in, world's biggest Bitcoin seizure. Chinese woman Jimin Qian, also known as Yadi Zhang, a 47-year-old Chinese national, orchestrated a large-scale Ponzi scheme in China between 2014 and 2017. This fraudulent operation defrauded over 128,000 victims, amassing significant financial proceeds that she subsequently converted into cryptocurrency, specifically 61,000 Bitcoin. She was arrested in the United Kingdom in September 2025. Now, the UK government faces a complex legal battle over the seized Bitcoin. Options include returning the funds to victims, retaining them to bolster a national strategic reserve, potentially making the UK the third largest Bitcoin holder globally, or auctioning them off, as Germany has done. Qian's solicitor, Roger Sahota, noted that the rise in Bitcoin's value ensures more than sufficient funds to repay victims, though reports suggest the government may seek to keep a portion amid budget shortfalls. She held more Bitcoin than any corporate entity besides Saylor and MicroStrategy. Fold Bitcoin Financial Services Company, making it easy for individuals and businesses to earn, save, and spend Bitcoin through everyday financial tools, recently announced it has selected Stripe, the programmable financial services company, to power the upcoming launch of the Fold Bitcoin credit card, a Bitcoin-only rewards product designed to turn everyday spending into a direct path to Bitcoin ownership. The card enables users to accumulate Bitcoin with every purchase, offering a simple and consistent way to build long-term wealth. Issued on the Visa network and powered by Stripe Issuing, the Fold Bitcoin Rewards credit card delivers up to 3.5% back on every purchase, with no categories and no deposit requirements. It's always good to see more adoption. Morgan Stanley, the global financial giant with a staggering $1.3 trillion in assets, is set to revolutionize its offerings by introducing Bitcoin trading for its clients in the first half of 2026. Let's break it down. This announcement, first reported on September 23, 2025, marks a significant bridge between traditional Wall Street and the growing world of digital assets. Morgan Stanley plans to integrate this service through its popular E-Trade platform, targeting its massive retail customer base of over 10 million users. Some reports have even suggested a $1.7 trillion valuation tied to this expansion, though the official figure remains $1.3 trillion. Either way, this move signals a major endorsement of Bitcoin's growing legitimacy. The service will launch in partnership with Zero Hash, which will provide custody, settlement, and liquidity, ensuring a secure and scalable entry into Bitcoin trading. Clients will initially access Bitcoin and two other digital assets in the market, potentially opening the floodgates for retail investors who've been watching Bitcoin's rise from the sidelines. The timing is intriguing. With a favorable regulatory environment and competitors like Robinhood and Charles Schwab already offering Bitcoin-related services, pushing Morgan Stanley to capture a slice of the trillion-dollar digital pie. This decision follows a decade-long evolution of digital currencies from a niche speculation to a mainstream investment class, drawing in Wall Street banks and retail investors alike. As we head into 2026, all eyes will be on how this rollout unfolds for Morgan Stanley's 10 million E-Trade clients. Will it spark a Bitcoin boom, or will it test the waters of this high-stakes market? Stay tuned for more updates in what Bitcoin supporters are calling a landmark moment in digital finance. Block Incorporated, the payments company founded by Jack Dorsey, has just announced the launch of a zero-fee Bitcoin wallet for U.S. small businesses, rolling out October 8, 2025. Through the Square platform, merchants will soon be able to accept Bitcoin instantly, send payments, receive them, or convert to U.S. dollars, with no transaction fees and no banks in the middle. This marks the culmination of Jack Dorsey's longtime Bitcoin vision, a journey that's included Block's investments in Bitcoin mining, Lightning Network infrastructure, and open source development. Dorsey has repeatedly said Bitcoin will be the native currency of the internet. And now, he's turning that philosophy into a practical reality for everyday business owners. According to new data from Chainalysis, Bitcoin transaction volume has climbed 25% year over year in 2025. That surge reflects a major shift toward decentralized payments and growing confidence in Bitcoin's utility beyond speculation. For small businesses, this move could mean the end of traditional credit card fees, instant settlements, and full control over their earnings. And for Bitcoiners, it's validation, proof that open, borderless money is becoming mainstream. Jack Dorsey once said the world will have one currency, and he believes it will be Bitcoin. With this launch, he's not just predicting the future, he's building it. Reporting live on the financial frontier, with this story of Bitcoin breaking free from the banks, one block and one business at a time. S&P 500 announced the S&P Digital Markets 50 Index on October 7, 2025, tracking 15 cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin and 35 publicly traded crypto-linked companies, blending digital assets with equities for institutional benchmarking. Iran's parliament approves removing 4 zeros from its national currency after years of inflation. Yes, that's right, 4 zeros. Bitcoin will never remove zeros. Speaking of nation states, let's talk about President Trump's executive order from August 2025 and its seismic impact on Bitcoin. In late August, President Trump signed an executive order directing the U.S. Labor Department, along with the SEC and Treasury, to pave the way for alternative investments, like Bitcoin and private equity, to be included in 401k retirement plans. This move potentially unlocks $8.7 trillion in retirement funds, giving 90 million Americans the chance to invest in Bitcoin through their savings accounts. The order reverses years of regulatory caution, signaling a major shift toward mainstream adoption. So what does this mean for Bitcoin? The effects have been immediate and profound. Within hours of the announcement, Bitcoin surged 12%, hitting a new high of $92,000. Thanks for joining us here at the Bitcoin Video Magazine News Desk, and we'll see you next time with more insights from the heart of the Bitcoin revolution.
Worried about the charts and markets? Always checking your phone, stressing about prices? Well, stop the panic and HODL strong with diamond hand gloves. Slide on these confidence-boosting gloves and feel the strength of true conviction. Your friends will love them, and they even come in stylish designs for women. Whether you're spreading the good word of sound money or just relaxing while your portfolio grows, remember, Diamond Hand Gloves help you HODL strong. Available now at your favorite local and online retailers.
With your diamond hand glow, how to run with your
Best of the beat.
In this 1984 interview, Nobel laureate Friedrich Hayek critiques unstable government currencies and predicts a shift to a better alternative. You mean Bitcoin?
They must have a current currency market in which they tell you which currencies are stable in terms of each other and which fluctuate, so that they will leave any money which is unstable and flock to the one which is stable.
Do you think there's any chance of that ever being adopted? Or will we be driven to adopt it?
Ever, yes. Not in my lifetime, and probably not in the next 50 years. But the kind of money which we are having is going to get so much worse in the course of time. We have so many experience of alternating inflation and price controls being clapped on in order to prevent inflation that people will ultimately despair it. And if anyone starts my system, I think it will spread very rapidly.
Fast forward to 2025, and now we have what Hayek foretold. This next clip demonstrates how Bitcoin is changing the world today.
But with Bitcoin, you just need an internet connection. You take the Bitcoin miners to where that energy is, and then you can monetize that energy and turn it into Bitcoin. It's magic.
So what's the net effect of that on the price of electricity worldwide? Is that deflationary with regards to electricity cost?
I think so. I think this is a point that I make in the fiat stand, which is that, you know, we've had fiat subsidize all these dysfunctional forms of energy over the last 50 years that have led to the grid becoming unreliable. And we have Bitcoin, like the vigilante savior that it is, coming in and providing a global subsidy for anybody who can make electricity at a cheap rate to monetize that. And I think,
well, not only at a global subsidy, but it's so interesting, because not only you could go to where the energy is cheap with virtual certainty that you're going to make more and more money as the value of the Bitcoin increases by investing there, assuming you assume that the value of Bitcoin is going to continually increase, which is a logical presupposition if it's as stable as is claimed, and it's finite in the way that you're describing, and increasingly widely accepted by vast numbers of people. So it's also an investment that's likely to increase in value over time rather than decrease. So it takes some of the uncertainty out of investing in cheap electricity generating processes that are geographically isolated. I just can't believe that's true. It's amazing that I think I must be misunderstanding, because it seems like you remove the value of the electricity magically without any of the problems of transportation.
yes, exactly.
Wow, that's really something. Like that idea that you can monetize energy production in areas that wouldn't be able to ship the electricity to market. That's absolutely mind-boggling. It'll take me like 5 years to think that through. And it seems to completely contradict the idea that Bitcoin is a waste of the world's resources, right? It's a complete opposite if this monetization idea is actually true.
Here's Jeff Booth, describing Bitcoin's peer-to-peer revolution as surpassing the internet's impact, driving global value creation and abundance, while freeing humanity from exploitative systems.
Why the internet didn't have its promise, the promise that we expected it to have, and I was early part of it, I saw how much promise it had, is because of broken money. And it's just made monopolies bigger faster. And those monopolies are now in cahoots with governments to know everything about you faster and faster and faster and lock you into that system. Bitcoin resolves that paradox. Bitcoin is the evolution of the internet as it was meant to be, where anybody can contribute to it all over the world, and all of that productivity flows to all of us, and it can't be stolen. So that's what's it's going to have a far bigger impact on society than the internet, far bigger impact than AI, far bigger than in fact, it's the consolidation of all of that productivity to us rather than taken from us. That's what it is.
It's not that hard to see that this is a $25 to $50 trillion a year problem for anybody with assets on Earth. It's very rare that you find a technology that's the solution to every rich person's problem and every poor person's problem simultaneously.
Bitcoin represents rational finance, like sound finance, sensible dealings that, since you have to put in time and energy to make money, it makes sense that money takes time and energy to produce. And Bitcoin does take time and energy to produce. It's the proof of work, and the difficulty adjustment means that the issuance is going to take place over 120 years, and it comes out at a certain rate. And that's obviously not true with fiat money. Right? Fiat money does not take time and energy to produce. It takes the printing press, it takes the power of edict of the government, and they play with it regularly. They reprice it, they requantify it, they quantitatively ease it. These are just fancy terms for printing money, right? And so the money is irrational. It doesn't correspond. It doesn't live in the same universe as the one that we live in, which is that you have to put in time and energy to create things. And money being the thing that we trade all those things that we create with our time and energy. If it doesn't reflect the same pattern, then we get all this distortion. And I think that's the price that we pay, not just financially, but spiritually, intellectually. Like, we're living in a world where nonsense is the medium of exchange. And that changes how we look at time. It changes how we look at what's valuable. It changes how we look at what we choose to do with our time, because we're playing in a game filled with nonsense rather than a rational game. So I think it all spills out from there, but it affects what you choose to do with your career. It affects how long a time frame you're prepared to work at something to build it, because somebody else can scoop it up in a different way through inflation or whatnot. So Bitcoin is bringing a sense of sanity back to a world, a sense of reason or sense back to a world that has been living in a regime of nonsense for 50 to 60 years.
In this cypherpunked clip, Knut Svanholm uses a chess analogy to show why Bitcoin's consensus rules make it the most secure network, surpassing any altcoin.
I love that analogy because chess, a game of chess is completely consensual. You agree to play chess, and then you play chess, and you are free to play whatever rules you want. But if you want the benefit of the largest network of players, you should play the rules that there's consensus around. But you can play chess cash, which is a 64 times 64 squared board with just pieces, a few pieces in one corner. Or you can play chess Ethereum, where the rules change with every move. Or you can play chess Nero, where you can't see the pieces. Or you can play any kind of shitcoin chess if you want to. But if you want to play with the most amount of players, you better stick to the consensus rules.
2024 Bitcoin panel banger. Comedian Dave Smith nails home how Bitcoin can separate money from the state.
But the whole game to me, right, like why I love Bitcoin and why I think it's like the potential is so limitless is because like the more you learn about money and government control of money, you realize that is the whole game. Everything else flows from that. Every evil thing that government does is only because they control the money supply. Like, take an evil thing that government does, and I'll explain how it's because they control the money supply, you know? Like, I mean, just think about, like, okay, we fought, like, a catastrophic 20-year war in Afghanistan that literally killed hundreds of thousands of people, cost trillions of dollars, and thousands of our bravest young boys died, and then tens of thousands committed suicide in the wake of the war, right? Well, just like imagine if they couldn't print the money for that war. Right. Imagine if they had to tax the American people every month for the war in Afghanistan. You think that thing would have lasted 20 years?
No way.
You'd have been lucky to get it through a year before the people would have demanded a result. Like, what are you doing here? I mean, just imagine trying to do the lockdowns of 2020 if they couldn't just print trillions of dollars and pass them out. That people wouldn't have taken it. They would have been like, no, we're going back to work. We're not doing this. It's only because they control the money that they can get away with tyranny. Yeah. And listen, like personally, like when I came up as a child of the Ron Paul presidential campaigns. Like that's how I got interested in all of this stuff. And Ron Paul would always talk about the gold standard at the time. And don't get me wrong, I think a gold standard would be much, much better than what we have right now. The problem is that historically, what do nations do when they're on a gold standard and they need to fight a war? They go just suspend the gold standard, you know? So the difference is that what Bitcoin brings is this decentralization, where if you were truly on a Bitcoin standard, someone in Washington, D.C. couldn't just say, we're going off the Bitcoin standard now. That's the power that Bitcoin has, that you can actually have a chance at separating money in the state. And that is the most important thing in the world to do.
There's got to be a better way to find local Bitcoiners.
Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Siekman. I am co-director and co-producer of the Bitcoin documentary Unbanked, and you'll be seeing a preview here pretty shortly. I just wanted to give a brief introduction. This film kind of started back in 2020. I was introduced to Bitcoin by my dad in 2019, which is a story that people don't hear very often. Normally it's the opposite. But my dad got into Bitcoin in 2015. He was a middle-class father, a story like everybody else, struggles with the financial system, and he didn't really understand money, you know, and how to save for retirement and why, you know, our system was the way that it was. So he knew that I wanted to get into film and told me to look into Satoshi's story, and that's sort of where the genesis and the beginning of the documentary kind of came. I really was compelled by Satoshi's story, you know, thinking about what propelled somebody to make something like this, and I just was super fascinated. So I really felt like we needed a Bitcoin documentary that focused on real people and how they were using it, and just a way to help people see that Bitcoin can relate to them. I think there's a lot of perceptions out there. I know friends that I have that are not into Bitcoin have these perceptions that Bitcoin is too expensive or it's for rich people, and I just really wanted to get a film out there that helped people, you know, that don't know much about Bitcoin and are intimidated by it for those very perceptions. So this documentary started in 2021 was when my film partner David and I decided to join together on this, and principal photography started in February 2022. So we've been working on this for a very, very long time. You can watch the film, so it is available on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and Google TV. And we'll have more streaming announcements down the road, and you can stay up to date by following our social media accounts. We'll have all the updates there. Thank you.
We have these dollar bills in our pocket backed by the government, and that's what money is. The purchasing power of the dollar never goes up. The dollar only goes down.
It's just a question of when will it utterly fail?
We can't be trapped in our bubble of the United States, like it'll never happen here. It could certainly happen here.
No, I'm not Satoshi.
The monies that people are familiar with are regulated and controlled. Bitcoin is freedom money.
Bitcoin's coming in! It's a new technology where the power is in the hands of the people.
You want to send money and receive money? This is outside the bank, bro, and it's much better.
Bitcoin's a hyped up fraud.
The asset itself is creating nothing.
I would short it if there was an easy way to do it.
I think it's a scumball activity.
There's not that many people who want to buy pet rocks right now. The pet rock probably has more value because at least it's a rock.
Crypto is financing terrorism and human trafficking and drug dealing.
Do criminals use Bitcoin? Of course. Criminals use all useful tools, cars, cell phones, food and water. Governments do not like Bitcoin. They cannot control it.
We want the Bitcoin. We're going to seize your money. That freedom is powerful.
Governments would be removed from their ability to manipulate currency.
Bitcoin works because the software works, and the software works because there are people maintaining it.
In tomorrow's world, we will tell our children, instead of buy real estate, we'll tell them buy Bitcoin.
Some girls nowadays, them ask for some cryptocurrency.
You go to Central America, South America, Africa. These are markets that see Bitcoin as a necessity.
I've seen countries now adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. That opens up the whole world.
A lot of Nigerians don't use banks. I do not have IDs. All those things that you require to open a bank account.
Not everyone has, believe it or not, equal access to finances.
I remember being 40 years old and having $200 and that being my entire life savings and thinking to myself, what is going on?
I am all in Bitcoin. There is no bank account.
It is truly taking on its own life.
Once you have knowledge, well, what are you going to do with it? How are you going to change?
OneCoin was my hope, it was my dream, and I thought I would get all the riches from it. Back in 2016, I was just a student. Me and my family were fascinated by this new thing called internet money. The idea of digital currency felt revolutionary, like a glimpse into the future. But little did we know that our excitement would lead us into one of the biggest financial scams of all time, OneCoin. And while that experience was devastating, it also opened my eyes. Ironically, OneCoin made me a stronger believer in Bitcoin. And today, I want to share with you exactly how. Me understanding Bitcoin and understanding how free it makes you be from centralized government systems, from banks, from middlemen, it gives me much more peace and a feeling that I actually own my money. In 2016, cryptocurrencies were still new, mysterious, and exciting. For me, especially for my family, the concept of money existing online, without banks, without borders, felt like the future knocking on our door. So when we heard about OneCoin, a so-called cryptocurrency promising fast profits, global adoption, and financial freedom, we jumped in with both feet. It wasn't just us, but millions of people worldwide believed in the dream of OneCoin. Unfortunately, it wasn't real. OneCoin turned out to be a Ponzi scheme, one of the largest in history. Instead of being a real cryptocurrency, it was just smoke and mirrors, using multi-level marketing tricks to lure people in. The shock was painful. We lost money, trust, and for a moment, even faith in the idea of digital currencies. But here's the twist. The painful lesson became my biggest teacher. While OneCoin was centralized, controlled by a small group, and built on lies, Bitcoin was the complete opposite. Bitcoin runs on a decentralized blockchain. There's no CEO, there's no company, there's no office that can suddenly disappear. It is secured by millions of people worldwide, with every transaction recorded transparently for everybody to see. It made me realize Bitcoin wasn't just about making quick money. It was about freedom, it was about privacy and trustless technology that truly belongs to the people. When I joined crypto in 2016, Bitcoin was trading at around $4,000 or even less. I was blinded by the quick, rich promises of OneCoin and missed the chance to truly understand Bitcoin. Fast forward to 2025, Bitcoin is now trading above $100,000, and honestly, I don't think it's even expensive yet. I believe we are still early. One day a single Bitcoin would be worth $1 million. And the lesson, don't chase quick riches, but focus on real value assets. And this takes time, it takes patience, and it takes understanding. Living in Africa, I've come to see how badly we need this technology. Traditional banking systems are weak, they are expensive, and often fail ordinary people. But with Bitcoin, anyone can send, receive, and store value securely without needing permission from banks or governments. It's not just money, it's financial empowerment. I want to believe that OneCoin stole my money. It stole my dreams and a part of my trust. But it also gave me something unexpected: clarity. It pushed me to study Bitcoin deeply, to understand why decentralization matters, and to see why real value doesn't need marketing gimmicks or MLM tricks. Today I hold Bitcoin not just as an investment, but as the most valuable digital asset in the world. Money for everyone, money that cannot be controlled by the government. It is crazy. Oh yes, OneCoin was a scam, but it made me a stronger believer in Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is global, but its impact is felt in the real world. Bitcoin Party KC is a membership for people who want meaningful education, real access, and real impact. As a member, you receive periodic newsletters with curated educational insights you won't find anywhere else, helping you cut through the noise and understanding what actually matters. You get access to exclusive events, workshops, and members-only tickets, connecting you with builders, thinkers, and creators shaping the future of Bitcoin. Your membership also supports larger real-world initiatives, funding community projects, education, and support efforts that use Bitcoin to make life better for everyone. You're not just joining a group, you're supporting a mission. Join Bitcoin Party KC.
Hi, my name is Emily and I know nothing about Bitcoin. Today we are going to be creating a non-custodial Bitcoin wallet. What does non-custodial even mean?
So non-custodial means that no third parties hold your keys. You're in full control. So today we've decided to create a secure, self-controlled wallet for Bitcoin, plus Lightning and Liquid for fast payments and efficient transfers. No third parties hold your keys. You're in full control. This takes just minutes. Let's dive in. So Aqua Wallet is a free, open source, and verified app. Our step one is downloading Aqua Wallet. So go on your phone and open the App Store for iOS or Google Play for Android. Now tap Install. Open the Aqua app. Okay. And now tap Create New Wallet.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like it generated that pretty much instantly. You're Bitcoin ready. To back up your seed phrase using your wallet's master key. So go to Settings on the bottom right tab. tap view seed phrase.
Because I could find freedom on this canvas.
Okay, now we're gonna write down these 12 words exactly in order.
Absolute freedom here.
Now it looks like all I have to do is just write down these 12 words, right?
Looking for freedom. At least I am.
Oh, and then I do it.
Yes. So now let's put view seed phrase. Okay. Now write those down on this piece of paper here. All right, so now you're on the main wallet tab, which shows the balance for Bitcoin, Liquid, and Lightning Network, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. So that's empty for now, but get ready to receive. Quick security check. You're non-custodial. Aqua never sees your seed. It's encrypted on your device. Always use a strong password. Now for hot wallet safety, you only want to hold on your phone and your wallet what you can afford to lose or spend daily. Also enable your eye biometrics in the settings for quick access. Ready? Let's test receiving.
Okay.
So I'm going to open my Aqua wallet and we're going to go ahead and send you Bitcoin. So let's do it on the main chain, which is this one right here. So go like that and then hit receive. You can actually create an invoice for me. Push set amount and put and then hit sats and go to USD and put $10. Just put 10.
Absolute freedom here.
Okay, cool. And then hit done or confirm. Yeah. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit send. We're going to scan the QR code right here. Hold on. That's on on-chain transaction. So we're sending, we're going to scan the QR code. There it is. And it got it. Does it end in 4NW3V or something like that?
Yep.
Okay,
4
awesome.
HW3V.
And okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I'm going to slide that. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do a layer 2 Bitcoin. This is not on chain. This is much faster, easier. It's easy to buy coffee with it. It should take just a second. So open up the L2 Bitcoin and push receive. One more time, and then put USD, and then put 10 for $10. Okay, cool. I'm going to open up mine. I'm going to push send. I'm going to scan this QR code here, and that shows 9,342 cents. Okay, and there we go. Okay, done. You should show it as having
Whoa.
There it is. So you got it just like that. Cool. All right, Emily, thanks for joining us and setting up a Bitcoin wallet today.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good.
Okay,
Yeah.
very cool.
I liked it.
All right,
Yeah.
take care.
Thank you. Bye.
What if the money in your pocket lost value every single day? The truth is, it already does. Governments and central banks can print new money whenever they want, and the more they print, the less your savings are worth. Bitcoin was invented to solve this problem. It's digital money that can't be inflated, can't be shut down, and doesn't belong to banks or governments. It belongs to the people who use it. Bitcoin was created by an anonymous figure named Satoshi Nakamoto in the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis. trust in banks was collapsing, and Bitcoin offered an alternative. A system where money could move directly from one person to another, anywhere in the world, without needing permission from a bank or government. At the heart of Bitcoin is something called the blockchain. Think of it as a giant public notebook that records every transaction. Instead of sitting on one company's server, this notebook is copied across thousands of computers around the world. Everyone sees the same truth, and no one can change it. Unlike traditional money, Bitcoin has a fixed supply. There will only ever be 21 million coins. That rule is locked into code. No politician, no banker, not even Satoshi can change it. This makes Bitcoin digital gold. Gold is valuable because it's scarce and hard to produce. Bitcoin is even scarcer, and unlike gold, it can be sent anywhere instantly, divided into tiny pieces and verified by anyone. Two key players keep Bitcoin honest: miners and nodes. Miners are like digital security guards. They use specialized computers to solve puzzles, and when they solve one, they get to add a new block of transactions to the blockchain. In return, they earn Bitcoin. This process is how Bitcoin is created and secures the network in thermodynamic truth. Nodes are like the referees. They don't mine, but they check every single transaction and every block. If anyone tries to cheat, thousands of referees blow the whistle at once and reject it. Together, miners and nodes form a global system of checks and balances. No single person is in control, and that makes Bitcoin decentralized and nearly impossible to shut down. You work hard to save money, but year after year the price of everything goes up. That's inflation, and it happens because governments and central banks keep printing money. The more they print, the less your savings can buy. This isn't just a problem in faraway countries. It affects everyone, everywhere. This is why Bitcoin matters. Its supply is capped at 21 million. No one can print more, no matter how powerful they are. Bitcoin gives people a way to store value that isn't being quietly drained by inflation. Some people still think Bitcoin is just for speculation or crime. But that's like saying the internet is only for email. Bitcoin is an entirely new layer of financial technology. Yes, the price moves up and down. We are still early, but the network itself has run non-stop for 16 years. Every single day, billions of dollars move securely through it, verified by thousands of independent participants worldwide. In the end, Bitcoin is more than money. It's freedom. It's the ability to save without watching your wealth melt away, to send money anywhere without asking for permission, and to finally own money that no one can take from you. Whether you choose to use it today or not, Bitcoin is here to stay, and it's reshaping the future of finance. So the real question isn't, what is Bitcoin anymore? The question is, when will you decide to understand it?
Soap Miner's soap lets you ditch chemical-laden brands and choose a smarter, value-driven clean. While mainstream brands poison their products with synthetic detergents, parabens, and unpronounceable chemicals, Soap Miner brings you pure tallow soap your ancestors trusted. The base layer of our soap is just 3 ingredients: grass-fed beef tallow, lye, water. That's it. The scents come from pure essential oils and the color from natural clays. Everything natural and pure. These bars cleanse without stripping your skin, moisturizing naturally while commercial soaps leave you dry and irritated. We handcraft every bar using time-tested methods, 0 synthetic garbage, 0 toxic chemicals, 0 mystery ingredients seeping into your body. 1 bar will last a month, while commercial soap dissolves after days because real ingredients have staying power. We demand Bitcoin because we recognize true value just like you do. Stack quality soap like you stack sats. Get Soap Miner's tallow soap today. We only accept Bitcoin.
Hey, this is Tim Cation, and you're watching the premiere issue of Bitcoin Video Magazine. Next up, we have Company Profile. So, being that we are Bitcoin Video Magazine, maybe it's appropriate to just do a little company profile on ourselves. tell you what we're about. So I started thinking about how can we orange pill the world? Okay, that's a common cliche kind of thing or whatever, right? But the problem is that, many people have heard about Bitcoin at this point. And people will tell you, oh, I heard about Bitcoin in 2017 or in 2020, I missed my opportunity. But the fact is that they've just never seen the whole perspective. So what Bitcoin Video Magazine aims to do is to peel back those onion layers and present them in small, digestible bites that anyone can leave after an episode of this and be like, wow, I learned something. I didn't know Bitcoin had such interesting aspects in mining or culture or art or circular economies and things like this. And all of a sudden you have them thinking about macroeconomics. And that is something that can be inspiring. That's what we're trying to do, is just share this with everybody. Hopefully it's entertaining for both noobs and veterans alike that can appreciate these stories and maybe mimic and create some of their own. Anyone can earn Bitcoin, and that's what's important. And Bitcoin Video Magazine will pay you for your contributions in Bitcoin, and we only pay in Bitcoin. Looking for a Bitcoin side hustle? Bitcoin Video Magazine's got you. Contributors send in either raw or edited video footage for stories, fragments, art, B-roll, etc. Kind of like submitting articles or photos to a print magazine. Qualified viewer contributions, which become included in future episodes, which we call issues, get paid, but in Bitcoin. And that's proof of work. For our upcoming issue number 2, we want to motivate first movers. Every issue will be giving away free prizes from our sponsors to our Bitcoin Video Magazine audience. For this first issue, we're going to do something different by rewarding anyone who sends in qualified footage for a section, which we'll be calling Bitcoin on the Streets. And we'll be able to see the winner's next episode together. Bitcoin on the Streets is fairly wide open for interpretation. Winning clips could be as short as 15 seconds or as long as around 2 minutes. Maybe you ask a poignant question about Bitcoin to a total stranger. Maybe you ask whether they'd rather accept a candy bar or movie ticket or 1/1,000,000th of a Bitcoin, 100,000 sats. Perhaps ask if they think Bitcoin will ever be in the top 50 most valuable assets in the world, with gold being number 1, of course. Heck, you want to record yourself karaokeing, changing the lyrics of the song to Bitcoin lyrics? Send it in.
Slide through the door.
We may not start off weekly, in fact we won't, or bi-weekly, or maybe not monthly at first, but we will get there, and we're gonna rock, and we're gonna bring you stuff that's exciting from around the world, not just from California or USA or North America. We're going to bring it from all around the world. We hope that you join us. Next up, we have community section, and this is gonna be with Joyce from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, on starting a Bitcoin circular economy. Can't wait for this section. We'll see you guys later.
Enjoying Bitcoin Video Magazine? Enjoy it in style with this Bitcoin tee from FOMO21. Use code VIDEOMAG for 10% off your next order.
Before we head out to Canada, let's do a quick stop in Manhattan, New York, and see what's happening down at PubKey.
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 This is a 10.
Donald Trump made a pit stop at PubKey.
This is the Bitcoin mecca.
Wow, that is a more efficient way to pay for drinks.
So what's your impression of PubKey?
I think it's a great place. I just made the first transaction in Bitcoin.
Most of our clientele don't know it's a Bitcoin bar. They don't know what Bitcoin is. They don't give a shit. So it was important from the jump that we designed a place that, people just liked being in. We built it with the Bitcoin community in mind.
It's sort of surprising how important the physical space like PubKey is.
So this is literally a test bed for actually how people utilize Bitcoin as payment. It's a great way for people to walk in and go, look, I don't know anything about Bitcoin. How do I learn?
Welcome to PubKey.
Bitcoin is a safeguard of human rights activists, and I think it's a beacon of the hope.
See that fucking truck right there? That says shit.
Free pizza, everybody, for Bitcoin Pizza Day. Brought to you by PubKey.
Everybody's a Bitcoiner. They just don't know it yet.
We won't take your information. We'll just take your money.
This is actually my first time at PubKey.
My second time here. I love this bar. And I especially love bars filled with Bitcoin enthusiasts.
We are on the PubKey bus.
I am hodling.
We help activists and nonprofits push back against authoritarian regimes that are increasingly using financially repressive tactics.
This is a crypto burger. No, it's a Bitcoin burger.
Where is that happening?
At PubKey.
Hello, my name is Joyce Dawn, and last January I started the Comox Valley Circular Economy on Vancouver Island in Canada. So what that looked like was me creating a logo and some social media pages and starting to invite local businesses around the community to accept Bitcoin. Shortly after starting this initiative, Jono and Forrest Hoddle moved to Comox Valley and Bitcoin Valley was born. To me, Bitcoin is more than just a digital asset. It's a tool for empowerment, inclusion, and community resilience. My journey with Bitcoin began in 2018 when I started accepting Bitcoin at my yoga studio in the Comox Valley. I used it not as an investment, but I wanted to use it as a way to transact, save, and connect with others in a more direct, meaningful, and mostly voluntary way. I believe that for Bitcoin to truly fulfill its potential, it must be used in everyday life as a medium of exchange. When we use Bitcoin to buy a coffee, pay a neighbor, or support a local business, we strengthen the network and uphold its nature of decentralization. Through Comox Valley Bitcoin, I'm dedicated to making Bitcoin practical, approachable, and beneficial for everyone, regardless of background, technical skill, or financial status. By fostering local adoption, providing education, and helping businesses integrate Bitcoin into daily operations, we can build a circular economy that keeps value in local hands and promotes true financial freedom.
Our custom stickers just arrived, and I was so shocked because I was expecting a small box with a few stickers to hand out to businesses, and what I received was a massive box of banners and plaques, fridge magnets, a huge variety of Bitcoin accepted here stickers. I am blown away, all from no waste Bitcoin signs.
Comox Valley Bitcoin is a grassroots initiative started by myself, local educator Joyce Dawn, built on the belief that Bitcoin can be simple, practical, and deeply empowering for individuals and for our entire local economy. We help people understand how to use Bitcoin in real life, not just an investment or a store of value, but as real money. That means everything from self-custody and lightning payments to understanding the why behind Bitcoin's design. We also support local businesses who want to accept Bitcoin offering hands-on help with setup, tools, and education. Through events, one-on-one support, and community outreach, we're building a local Bitcoin circular economy while also making space for learning, connection, and everyday use. Whether you're brand new or ready to integrate Bitcoin into your business, we're here to help you and take you to the next step, clearly, confidently, and with people you can trust. A Bitcoin circular economy is a growing grassroots model that allows people to earn, spend, and save using Bitcoin within their own community. Instead of money flowing out to banks, credit card companies, or large corporations, value stays local and moves between individual and business. In the Comox Valley, this means residents can spend Bitcoin at local shops and farms who then use it to pay their suppliers or service providers, all in Bitcoin. Over time, more people and businesses begin accepting it, and a full economic loop takes shape. Earn in Bitcoin, spend in Bitcoin, save in Bitcoin. Accepting Bitcoin is easier than you think. At Bitcoin Comox Valley, we help local businesses get set up to accept Bitcoin quickly and confidently. All you need is a smartphone or tablet or an email address. We'll guide you through the rest of the way. We'll walk you through setting up Bitcoin Lightning wallets, which allow you to receive payments instantly with no delays and no processing fees. It's simple, secure, and convenient for both you and your customer. Whether you're a cafe, a contractor, a farm stand, or a service provider, accepting Bitcoin is a practical way to reach new customers, reduce fees, and keep more of what you earn. At the heart of it all is a simple belief. Money should serve people, not the other way around. Bitcoin offers a peaceful, inclusive path towards a more equitable and connected world.
Hey guys, if you absolutely love this first issue of Bitcoin Video Magazine, or
what do you think, darling?
Hate it and think it totally sucks,
Should I hate him?
but want to see it get better,
You don't even know.
please feel free to zap us some sats. Here's our Lightning and Liquid address. We appreciate it, and we want to bring this to you monthly and eventually bi-weekly. And at some point, we want to put this out every week for you guys. Thank you.
First of all, the government doesn't have any money. Only people have money. The government only gets money by putting its hand in your pocket and taking it out. Yeah?